program of the Penfield Public Library Board of Trustees. For those of you who are watching at home, do you really have nothing better to do? But to our trustees and others who are supposed to be here, it's good to see you all. We're officially called to order at 7:02. First item on the agenda, as usual, is approval of minutes. I wasn't at the meeting, so I'm going to have to take your word for it that it correctly reflects what you guys talked about and did. So any changes or corrections to the minutes that were provided? All right. Seeing people shake their heads, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented. All right, I saw Niraj's hand and Barbara, so I'll take that as a move and a second. All in favor signify by raising your hand. All right, any opposed, same sign. That carries. Public participation. I like that somebody put in last month's minute that the public participation is that we are actually on public access TV, so that the public can participate as they like. I'm not aware of any other public participation coming in. Any communications coming into us? I didn't receive anything. Niraj, did we get anything through the communications committee?
Nothing.
Okay. And then Linda is not here this evening. Bunny, did she give you a report to share with us?
Yes, I have her report.
All right, great.
Okay, this Wednesday, September 16th, the budget for 2021 will be presented to the town board at the legislative session. The town budget public hearing is scheduled for October 7th. Also, the town drop-off and recycling event is scheduled for October 2nd and 3rd.
All right. Thank you. That's a very good impression of Linda Kohl. Anybody have, not that Bunny might be able to answer the questions, but any questions about the town liaison report? So if you do have questions for Linda, any of us can always approach her as a citizen and ask them either about other goings on in town or what's going on with us as a library. So I guess we're just going to keep moving right along, to quote the Muppets. Finance and budget. Barbara Power, you're up. Barbara, you're still muted. Yep. All right, go ahead. No. All right, Brian, if you're there, I think you may have muted our people.
There, I think, how's that?
There we go. Yes, now we can hear you.
I was trying to unmute the little red microphone by
All right.
So anyhow, we are at this point about 2/3 of the way through the year, and we have spent approximately half the budget, as you can see on the monthly balance sheet. And I think we are moving along to have a little left over at the end of the year or to come out even, but that's up to Bunny, and I think so far we're in very good shape. At the end of last month, which was August, we had $21,145.67 in a CD at KeyBank. As we discussed at last month's meeting, we took that money out of KeyBank and put it in the money market certificate at Family First. The money market certificate at Family First pays more than we were going to get from any CD. And we will also have that money available in case we wanted to do anything for the strategic planning folks. And on the agenda, it says that we will discuss the cancellation of the Gift and Memorials Fund Amazon Smile account. This is something that Bunny and Gail added to the budget or to the agenda. I don't know. I don't have any feelings about it one way or the other. And if anybody has any feelings, I would be happy to know what they are.
Yeah, well, since you mentioned that Gail and Bunny put it on the agenda, I guess Gail or Bunny would either like to speak to that of why you're raising it at this time.
Gift and Memorial Fund is dead, so We would like any, even though it's a little bit of money, any money that is earned at Amazon, to funnel that to the foundation instead.
The Gift and Memorial Fund has $166,041.41 in it, and we had an income last month of $136.93. There are some people who are going to continue to give to the library, and it will be continuing to be funneled through the Gift and Memorial Fund. So if people want to get rid of that, that's fine. I don't know that it's something that I don't know that it's causing any problems.
Anybody that gives to the library, if it's undesignated funds, those are being diverted to the foundation. If it's designated funds, those are going into the expense line for which the item that the donors wish to be remembered with will be paid for.
Yeah.
So you're diverting money away from the Gift and Memorial Fund is what you're saying. But we still have money in there, and that's the money that we are responsible for. So,
yeah, so if I may, I think when we set up the foundation a year or more ago, the idea was that eventually we would be transitioning away from having a Gift and Memorial Fund to having the foundation.
right, but we're not there yet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's premature to say that the Gift and Memorial Fund is dead, since it still exists and some money does come into it. But I guess, so the suggestion that I'm hearing from Bunny is that the Smile account, which does not generate a lot of money as it is, should be changed, that the money is going to the foundation instead of the Gift and Memorial Fund. Is that correct, Bunny? Did I understand you?
Yes, the reason I use the word dead is I didn't think we were supposed to be growing the Gift and Memorial Fund other than to add interest that the capital was generating. And other than that, any new money coming in was supposed to be diverted to the foundation.
I don't know that that was entirely the case. We want all donations to go to the foundation, but we also don't want to keep people from giving to the Gift and Memorial Fund. There are some people for whom that's important. So I don't think we're talking about a whole lot of money, but I was just kind of surprised that was an issue.
Okay. So it's a suggestion that's coming from the library itself. Do you need to discuss it as a finance committee before we make a decision on it next month? Or do you think we would be able to make a decision on that tonight?
I think we could make a decision on it tonight. I'm not sure that it is something that needs to go to the finance committee.
Okay. Just for our information, Bunny, could you tell us about roughly how much money comes in from the Smile account in a given year?
Gail could speak better to that.
Okay. Gail?
You're muted, Gail.
Yeah.
There. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you notice on the current Family First statement, we did have a deposit of $11.97 in August from the Amazon Smile account. It doesn't amount to much. I brought it up with Bunny, and she and I discussed it because we noticed that the foundation has an Amazon Smile account. So I thought that we could bring it up for discussion so that funds would go into the foundation for the future from the Amazon Smile account, and just get rid of the choice to donate to the Gift and Memorial Fund. And people will see that the PPL Foundation has a Smile account, and they would choose that. It's just, I thought that it was a goal to stop money going into the Gift and Memorial Fund and to have money go to the foundation. Mm-hmm. That's why we discussed it, and that's why we brought it up.
So rather than having two separate Smile accounts, we would basically have one with the money going to the foundation.
That's what the result would be if you choose to do that.
All right. Any other questions or discussion on that? Yeah, Niraj?
I would support that. I like keep it simple. So just like whether it's gift and memorial or foundation, I think having one is better than two.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, we should probably do that as a motion. So would somebody like to move that we close down the gift and memorial smile account and shift those funds over to the foundation smile account? We could probably, thank you, Niraj. We could probably phrase it better than that if Gail, if
Yeah,
you want to do a
Yeah.
little, yeah.
Can we move to make new smile account donations to the foundation instead of the gift and memorial? So then we'll close it out.
All right. That sounds better than my tongue twister. Thank you. Is there support for that motion? All right, thank you. I think I saw Melissa's hand first, which also, welcome, Melissa. I didn't see when you came in, but you're here now, so glad you were able to join
Sorry,
us.
we had a ninja line injury that I had to tend to.
No worries, no worries.
Everybody's okay.
Good, glad to hear it. Yeah, good. All right, all in favor, signify by raising your hand. All right, I see lots of hands and thumbs up. Any opposed, same sign. All right, that carries. So thank you for that suggestion, Bunny. And Barbara, we will resume with the finance and budget report.
That was the end.
All right.
So I am done.
Great. We do have to
Oh,
approve
the one, I'm sorry. The one
Yep.
other thing that I did was, no, I said that. I closed out the key account and put the money in the Family First money market. So we're getting a little bit more interest. It's like 0.01% more than.
Great. So we do have to approve the reports as presented. So if somebody
Are we not getting that variance report, like the service report where you compare last year to this year and all that stuff?
That was stopped when we started with the balance sheet
Okay.
and also the director's report.
Yeah,
shows all those statistics.
Yes, that has it, but I didn't know that we stopped the entire variance. Okay.
All right. So that was a question. Looking for somebody to make a motion to approve the financial reports as presented by Barbara. All right. Thank you, Denise. Anybody willing to second? Thanks, Niraj. All in favor, signify by raising your hand. All right. Any opposed? Same sign. That carries. All right. Thank you, Barbara, and thank you, everyone. So let's go ahead and move on to the Personnel Committee. So Amy is not with us tonight, but you do see a couple items on your agenda. I communicated with Amy about that yesterday in terms of polling the people with expiring terms. So Amy will reach out to those people to see if they want to re-up for another term or if they're willing to let their term. You know, people sometimes like to be done when they're done. And she'll get back to us on the decisions of those people and whether or not we need to form a trustee search committee. As far as I know, that's it for the Personnel Committee. So Amy's aware of that. Those of you with expiring terms, be aware that she'll be talking to you in the near future. Anything else for personnel? All right. All right, I guess we're on to strategic planning. Again, Rachel isn't here. We did have some strategic planning stuff that had come up at last month's meeting and showed up in the minutes. I don't know if other people on strategic planning or if Bunny, you'd like to report on any progress that was made on those items. Bunny, you'll have to unmute yourself again.
I'm sorry, I had planned to talk about something else.
Okay.
But I can speak to those things.
Sure.
Last I heard from Tony, he was going to speak to the other members of the town board about that, and I haven't heard back from what their discussion, the results of their discussion. And I haven't heard any more about the signage. It was the ball kind of came back to us when he told us what the procedure would be for that. So I don't have any more to report specifically on these things.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what do you mean when you say the ball came back to us? Did I miss something or?
No, he told us what the procedure would be if we were to have something like that. I'm a little, yeah, let me get back with him because I'm not sure now what he needs from us. Is he looking for us to go through the town to contact that agency that they use to do the designs? Is it something we can go ahead and do? I can follow up with him on that.
When you say that he sent us procedure, did you share that with Rachel as chair of strategic planning?
I talked about it in the meeting last month.
Oh, okay. Okay,
So
yeah, so if you could follow up with Tony, that would be good. Anything else for strategic planning?
No, I think Rachel said she was just hoping to have talk about the signage, the exterior signage, and if there were any other updates, but it sounds like Bunny's working on it or still waiting to hear back. So as soon as you hear something, Bunny, just keep us posted.
Yep. Good. Yeah, and please make sure to keep Rachel in the loop on those ongoing conversations with Tony. All right, bylaws and policies, Mary.
I have nothing this month.
Okay, haven't met this month. Niraj, anything from communications?
I have nothing this month.
Oh, wow. This might be the quickest meeting ever. We'll see. And then foundation, Mary, we're right back to you.
We have one new member. We're still looking for 3 or 4 more.
Excellent. Are you at liberty to tell us who the new member is?
His name is Devin. Oh, wait a minute. Devin Snyder. He grew up here and then moved to California and recently moved back, has small children, lives walkable distance to the library, brings them all the time to the library in the olden days. So he seems very enthusiastic.
Good. Great. Thank you. And good luck finding the couple more that you're still looking for. All right. And director's report. Bunny.
Questions on any of the items I submitted for the director's report? Or comments?
So I guess one thing I've noticed, there was the sign up about on the wall about donations being accepted again for the Friends, but taking it around to the back door at limited hours. Just curious as to how that procedure has been going so far.
People were very eager to make donations, so they've been glad we've set up something new. It's been a teachable moment for a lot of people because they're accustomed to bringing the materials to the front and just at any time of day and just leaving them. So we're gradually, we tried to publicize as much as possible that we had changed the procedure, and as people are coming in, we're dealing with them. It seems to be going smoothly so far.
So no more people just dumping boxes by the front door.
We'll see, but when we're here to police it a little bit, no, that's not taking place.
Okay. Any other questions for Bunny? Because I'm also curious as to, school has started in the past week, especially Penfield High, which is our direct neighbor as a library. Has that impacted library procedures, but traffic, operations, anything like that?
Not much. I think we were expecting that we would have a little bit more traffic. They'd fall into their usual habits of using the library as kind of a gathering place after school. We have had a few kids come in, so that has happened a little bit, but not the usual amount of kids we get. We've always had a security camera back there. We now have it so that we can watch what happens through the security camera at our information desk, because we have discovered that we need to reemphasize to the kids when they're back there that social distancing needs to take place. They're very good about wearing their masks. We don't seem to have to remind them of that, but they're forgetting that they have to keep apart from one another. So we are watching them to be sure that they're adhering to that. When we mention it to them, they're very good. They'll, oops, and they forget, and then they separate. So we'll just keep our eye on that. We've reconfigured the young adult area to really discourage congregation. We've moved the banquette out of there, and we've moved some carols that we had elsewhere in the library. We've moved back there and set up distanced study stations back there, and the kids seem to be taking to those and using those. And when they're in those, of course, they're properly separated from each other. So far, that hasn't been a problem for us, but we haven't been swamped either.
Okay. Any other questions for Bunny, either on the things that she included in her report, or like me, on things that weren't in that report that you were curious about? I saw some, I thought I saw somebody's hand, but it was somebody just scratching their forehead. So
I fixed my glasses. Sorry.
That's all right. It caught my eye, and so I was going to give you the chance to ask a question, but I guess not. All right. Okay. So the director's report, we don't usually vote on to approve. So unless there's any other questions, we will move on to action items, decisions, and deadlines. So the action item coming out of last month was in terms of the changing stuff inside, recognizing that these COVID precautions are going to take a little bit longer, or be in place a little bit longer than initially anticipated. And we want to make sure our safe environment is also welcoming. And so with Bunny already talked about that a little bit in terms of talking to Tony about the things that will be changed. Any other action items that I'm forgetting, or deadlines that I should be aware of that are coming up? All right. And that's unfinished business and new business. So, all right, I guess.
Go ahead. Actually have a new business item that I'd like to introduce.
Yes, please.
It's just routine. It's the time of year when we usually replace our pages. So we lost some of our longtime pages, and we have selected 7 new people to fill those vacancies. I also had a couple of unexpected resignations among the substitute librarians. One of them stated outright that it was COVID that she was concerned about. The other one didn't, but I suspect that's the motivation. So I've selected a couple of replacements for those 2 substitute librarians. So I would like to ask the board's permission to go ahead and appoint them. They are Beth Mayorani and Lily Shung. Beth Mayorani was formerly in charge of all the librarians for the Penfield Central School District, and I'm well acquainted with her from the librarian meetings that the public librarians hold with the school librarians. Lily Shung, you'll recognize that name. She was a former part-time librarian with us and left a couple of years ago, and would now be interested in coming back and doing a little subbing for us. The 7 pages that we have selected are Charlotte Allen, Evan Crowley Perry, Kara Elledge, Adam Kahn, Tyler Levine, Zane Nathan, and Mackenzie Zwick.
All right. So can we have, do we want to do those all together, or would you like to do them as substitute librarians and and then as pages. All right, I will take that silence as let's do them all together. So can I have one person move to appoint all these new positions? All right, thank you, Barbara. Support, and Niraj supported. Yep. All in favor signify by raising your hand. All right, that carries. Any opposed, same sign. All right, that carries. Thank you, Barbara. And thank you, Bunny, for presenting that. Any other new business items from Bunny or from anybody else that I wasn't aware of? I don't say this when I do a wedding, but speak now, but forever hold your peace. All right, now claims payment authorization. Melissa, you were the auditor this month? Or Niraj?
I
Yeah,
was going to do it if Niraj was unable, but Niraj was able to do it.
I was just going by the minutes, so yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'd like to move to pay the vouchers totaling $16,246.32.
All right, thank you. Any support for that? Thank you, Melissa. All in favor signify by raising your hand. All right, that carries. Any opposed? I suppose I should have done that the other way around. Robert's Rules of Order right out the window. And we need to appoint an auditor. Just a second. Sorry about that interruption. We need to appoint an auditor for next month. So if it had been Niraj, that was S. So if we're going in alphabetical, what's up after S? We are to, is that all the way around to the top of the alphabet? Back to Melissa?
Yes.
I think so. Yep.
All right. Melissa, so you will be the auditor for next month?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I think we did set a speed record. It wasn't a goal, but we will celebrate it anyway. Anything else before I ask for a motion to adjourn? All right. Who would like to make that motion? Niraj has made the motion. I need support. Niraj, you can't support your own motion, though I like the enthusiasm. Actually, I think Melissa got her hand up before you did, Barbara. So all in favor of the motion signify by raising your hand. There we go. Thank you much. Any opposed? I don't know whose child that was, but that was interesting.
Sorry.
All right. The motion carries. We are adjourned. Have a good evening. We will see you next month.